Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm going to be showing you how to plant some rhubarb, runner beans, sage and chive in today's episode. So we're up at our no-dig bed, and we're just going to be planting our rhubarb that we bought yesterday on our bigger walk that we like to do on a Saturday. So we've got our rhubarb here, and I'm just going to dig a hole. And some of you might be wondering, Drew, why are you digging? It's a no-dig bed. We have to dig just because you can see it's quite a big plant and it's quite a deep like pot. So we want to keep the soil around it intact as much as we can to put it in the ground. So we have to dig a little bit. Although it is a no-dig bed, there is an element of digging that will have to take place. So we'll try and limit it as much as we can to no-dig. But when it comes to planting, it's a little bit hard to. So we've let Sage free roaming for a little bit, just while we're out here and we can keep an eye on her. And she has delightfully come to help with the digging process, isn't you, Sage? This is quite funny actually, because she was over there and then we didn't want to do not bite me, miss. Anyway, she's going to help with it well. I don't know whether she's going to help with the digging process, because she's sort of flicking it all back in. So we've got our hole dug, and we had to put the chicken away for this just while we're doing the video, just because when we were digging the hole, she was obsessed with coming over here. No idea why she just was. Well, we've got the hole dug and we're about ready to transport our rhubarb into the ground. But one little thing before we do that, you can see the bit of wood here, so it's called the crown. This needs to be above ground, otherwise the rhubarb will rot. So I thought I'd give you guys that quick little tip. And the reason why we wanted to plant rhubarb actually is because we really wanted a nice rhubarb crumble, or just like a really nice dessert with it. But as you can see, it's all sort of broken away. So I'm just going to cover it round now. So I'm just trying to I'm also trying to be very wary of the crown as well. So I'm just gonna push it down a little bit. So we've got our rhubarb into place now, and hopefully in a year or two to come, or in a year actually, we should be able to take our first picking and our first rhubarb crumble. So also very quickly, I just want to tell you guys that today my mum and dad went out shopping, and they bought 3 runner bean plants which we'll be planting today. And you may be wondering why we're planting them from plant. Normally we do most of our things from seed. Well, we forgot that we could grow runner beans, but next year we will plant them from seed. So we're ready to plant our runner beans now, and I'm just gonna dig a little hole. So it doesn't need to be too big. Actually, I'm gonna just loosen the soil up, like so. Oh. So it's a bit hard here, just where we haven't been, just where it's been underground, or not underground, like exposed for quite a bit of time. And there's some big rocks here. So I'm just gonna try dig a bit of a hole, and a good way to measure how big your hole is and how little your hole is just to put the pot into place. And I think I might need to go a bit deeper, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my fork in there, or there in fact, it could be easier. There's a bit of a big stone there, so I want to clear that out of the way, and I want to dig a little bit more just with my hand. So that could be good enough now. If we, yeah, I think that's good enough actually. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna take this out. So I'm just teasing the pot, and I'm just like so. So some of the roots have started to come. I don't want to be breaking up the roots, and it's just come out. So like I said, I don't want to break up the roots. So we'll put that in like so, and then we'll cover up. And with as well with what we did with our rhubarb, you don't want to be covering your runner bean stalks any lower than what you had in the pot. So I'm just keeping that in mind and looking around a little bit to see whether I am or whether I'm not going high enough, or I'm being very observative. But I think that's our first runner bean into place. So we'll do the rest off camera and we'll come back once we've got the two in. So we're here with our herb sector of this no dig bed. And I'm saying it is not our first no dig bed now, because what we were aiming to actually do eventually was so we can combine it into one big bed. But we're over at our herb section, and we've got two more herbs to plant. Now the first one is going to be chive, which we are going to be using in our dinner tonight. This is Sunday, and this morning I cut some rosemary, thyme and oregano from our herbs, and so we're having that in our slow cooked lamb tonight, and so that's going to be quite nice. But we're also going to be having it with jacket potatoes. Now you might be wondering, Drew, why aren't you doing a roast dinner? Because it's the traditional thing to do with a cut of meat like that. But we want to take different, so we're going to have some chive with our jacket potato, and so I'm going to plant it and then I'll cut it later, but I won't be doing that on video like I did the oregano, thyme and rosemary. So I'm just going to leave that there for the moment, and I'm just going to try not to step in the bed. I'm just going to dig a hole, and so that should be enough. So I'm just going to check the roots, yeah, and so there's quite big roots. So I'm just going to tease the soil a little bit, or as much as I can. I'm just trying to I'm squeezing the pot just to tease the roots apart from the pot, and it's out now. So this is the moment of truth, whether we dug our hole deep enough, and yeah, that's perfect. So I'm trying to center it a little bit more. So I'm just going to fill in all the bits, and I'm going to push it down like so. So that's our chive in, and we'll get our next herb in. So we're going to be planting I should say first, the next thing we are going to be planting is some sage. And so I'm just going to dig the hole like so. Camera very quickly, we dug the hole for our sage. So I'm just going to stand up to get this, so I'm not standing on the bed. So we've got our sage here, and I'm just going to tease it away from and I think this pot should be quite easy actually. So it's come out quite easily, in fact. So this is the moment of truth. We've dug the hole deep enough, and I think we have. I'm just going to try center it a little bit more. So we're just going to put it around. I'm trying not to cover any of the leaves. So we're just going to bring it around a little bit. So I think that should probably do for our sage. So that was our two herbs that we needed to plant today. So we've got our trusty old watering can here, and we're just going to water in our brain freeze. What is this called? Runner beans. So we're just going to water in our runner beans and our rhubarb. So that should be enough water for those guys. We're going to do the new things the sage and the chive that we planted. So we've got a little bit of water to make a start on the bed. So I'm going to do that quickly now. So I don't know how much we're going to have to do this, but we'll just make a very quick start. We'll probably have to go get another load anyway, but we'll see how we get on. Actually, that's probably good because all the water will soak into different areas and start the decomposition, big word for me, of the cardboard. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to slam that notification bell, otherwise you won't be notified when I upload another video. But that was it for this Grow Your Imagination upload.